Hey. Okay, listen, we just going to put it out there since you want to bring that up.
Okay, I mean, that's my job.
We had a team Christmas party at Tootsie's.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
We had a team Christmas party at Tootsie's. We decided to do something a little
Tassels
different. Decided to do something a little
Christmas.
different that year. So all the guys got together for a team Christmas party at Tootsie's, and we traded gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. It was a gift exchange.
It was a gift exchange.
Trading gifts at
It was a
Tootsie's
gift
is
exchange.
unbelievable.
So the funny part about it, we sitting there in the locker room because we were supposed to do the gift exchange, then go. Where the f- Shane, man? Shane, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late. Man, somebody call Shane. What the f- where are you? We dropped the gifts, we all ran out the door. I've been here. We was like, what the f-
Leave it to him to be the early one.
Oh,
at
yes.
Tootsie's.
Hey, man, listen. That was one of those situations where we just needed a little curveball.
Yeah.
We just need, it was one of those things where seasons gets a little long and it gets a little stressful, and we were one of the more highly televised teams in the NBA. It was a lot of, we just need a little team bonding.
I knew that team needed to really twist the arm to get to Tootsie's. I know it was kind of a drag them out kind of deal.
Some would say the Heat around that time had a little ownership in Tootsie's. Some would say the Heat around that time. Some would say the Heat around that time had a little ownership, little stock in Tootsie's. But we needed that bonding. You know what I'm saying? Like I talked about how Greg had his good days and his bad days as a team, being on TV every day, being the most scrutinized team every single day, taking on the LeBron James effect every single day. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be a lot for us as a team. So one thing I did learn when we had that group of guys together and we had Bron, and one thing I did learn from Bron is spending time together as a team off the basketball court. That's just as important as showing up every day for practice because you build that bond. And once again, when you playing against somebody, playing next to somebody who you look at as a brother as opposed to a teammate,
No doubt.
you play harder.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You're more dialed in. You know what I'm saying? You believe in enjoying somebody else's success. All that translates and goes over into winning. So that was one of the ways we decided to do it that time. And I don't feel bad about it, goddammit.
No, you shouldn't. Don't
You know
ever.
what?
Don't
What
make
he
it back
just said, though, that's something I want to say to all these kids, man. You know, just how you become a good teammate. You know, be around the guys, get to know your teammates. That's when you're gonna play for them better. You know, some people you might not like, but hey, get around them. Just be respectful. You know? And being around that team is I seen a different level of basketball. I seen the things that LeBron James and D Wade would do that I know a 13-year-old kid wouldn't even do right now on the basketball court. And it's just like to see the best player on the planet do that. Like I talk to people all the time. I remember Bron was guarding the corner. They made a pass to the top in the other corner, and Bron was right there when that ball got there. Like you're not supposed to play defense. You're not supposed to be able to move that fast.
Coach,
like
he's not human.
No, like you know, I just appreciate that year and things I learned from Spo. Like I still got my packet from that year. Like I still take it to a lot of the coaches and show them those things from that year.
That's dope.
Because I learned a lot from that team and just seeing basketball at the highest level with some of the best players and still doing the little things to make it work.
You make good points. Both of you are talking about something because I'm curious. You have Sacramento, you have Dallas, both good deals on the table.
No.
Hold up.
No.
What?
Around that time, Sacramento where people went to die.
I said two good deals on the
but I would
table.
have been there with Cousins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they
Hey,
had
two good deals
They
on
still
the
weren't
table.
winning nothing though.
He chooses Miami. Obviously, coming into a team that just won back-to-back championships. What was your perspective when you walked in that locker room and it's Bron, UD, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Shane Battier? Because everyone has a different perspective when they walk in it. We've seen it from the beginning. He was there before I got there, but we walk in that locker room and it's kind of that was kind of the making of that team. Then they shipped me out, so I didn't get to see the other part of it.
Come on, man, with that.
Anyways, but the question is, what was it like? Because I know you said fit me right here, right? Like that's what your guys' goal was. That's what all the goals are. But what was your perspective when you walked in there? Because you touched on it a little bit. Because I think for people to hear the stories of how that team, yes, was super successful, but the reason why we were successful is because of practice habits, working. And so for a young kid that's coming in on injuries and doing stuff, when you walked in there, what was your perspective like?
Nervous as hell. I honestly didn't know what to think because for me, I was 3 years removed. So all I wanted to do was come in and not be a problem. But, you know, day one, I'm in there working out. And then I got Norris Cole, who played high school ball with my brother Dayton Dunbar. And then Bron comes in, we take our little Ohio picture.
That's right.
So it was like, it like warmed me up. And then I got to meet you guys, and everybody was cool, and I was scared as fuck of him.
Why?
Knew not to,
Oh,
in that
hell
locker
no.
room, hey, in that locker room, that had a straight face like, look, don't nobody fuck around. This is my team. We built a lot of this shit. So look, anybody, he didn't care who it was.
No.
You fuck around, you got to deal with me.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen.
There was only one person he was scared of in that locker room when we were there.
Who?
Me.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah,
I got
you
this
know why?
relationship.
Yeah.
Because if I ever put my hands on him and then I get home and feel bad at night. That's my dog. I could, but I will tell you this though, like me and you hung out, you know what I'm saying, and because once again, building relationships off the basketball court, man. You can't just show up for practice and think that you're gonna be able to build that bond and that relationship. So we got a chance to hang out off the basketball court and just tell the people, because you put me on something. You put me on something new, and I never drank that.
You already said
I never drank that again. But just tell me, what the patrinacy, man. Where did that come from? Where did that originate?
On the Teague podcast.
Because Jeff Teague, shout out Jeff, who said he never won a game against you in high school. Is that true?
Yes.
You just beat the man like that?
Bro, we lost 3 games.
Does he speak to you
3
today?
of the years. Yeah.
I wouldn't speak to your ass. If
made
I
his
never
ass
won a
take
game against
patrinacy.
you.
I made him take a patrinacy on this podcast.
That's what he said. He said that's some Midwest. So that's
no,
where that
it's
comes.
not. Because
What is that?
So
Because down here
half
we don't
Patron,
drink that.
half Hennessy,
man.
chilled. I got it from West Coast.
Hold
from Portland.
up. I want to make sure people don't miss that because I almost missed it. It's half what and half
Half
what?
Patron and
half
Hennessy.
Hennessy,
Patrinacy. The shit that started jet.
Damn near.
I'm throwing up right now.
Killer. You talk about some shit that's pressure.
So
Man.
I didn't hear about it till it got passed down from Seattle, and I guess this is Beast Mode's Marshawn Lynch's
Oh,
drink. So
that's make a lot of sense.
Funny, I was in Vegas.
Make a lot of sense.
I was in Vegas last week, and I saw him in the club. I was like, I'm about to go up there. I was like, let's take a shot for Trinity. This said, I already got a full glass. I said, damn.
Hey.
He is a beast.
No, real recognize real. One of the real ones, man. I heard nothing but great things about him, though. And also, real ones shine in the dark. So
Yeah.
we going to go back to you. What you went through for those 3 years to get back to the point where you was at, man. You shined in the dark, man. So real ones shine in the dark. So I always look at that. And I know you said, you made a quote, and I'm going to check you on this. In 2016, I think it was an article with Chris Haynes, and you said you might be remembered as one of the biggest busts in the NBA. I disagree.
I did too.
We can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Again.
We can agree to disagree because I look at it from a different angle. I look at somebody who persevered over 3 years not knowing what the outcome is going to be. You know what I'm saying? That takes tremendous faith. You know what I'm saying? That trait takes resilience. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it just like Spo look at it, and a lot of people look at it. I look at it as a success story. You know what I'm saying? For you to be able to even come back and to be able to come in an NBA locker room and to still be able to contribute and play the game of basketball that you love after going through so much mentally, physically, and emotionally. So I just want to say I can disagree with you. We can agree to disagree on that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
How
it.
do you feel about like the way it all turned out? You know what I'm saying? Because they have this thing, and I know you've seen it. It's this old lady. She come up to you,
Yep.
and she asks you about basketball, and then you say, "Nah, I'm retired. I don't play anymore." And then the way Instagram and try to make it seem like it was sad, but at the end of the day, you was going to school and you was getting your degree and doing the shit that you wanted to do.
By the way, me and you have that in common. We went back to school, get our degrees.
That,
Guess who didn't?
That went to school for basketball. He had no intentions on ever getting his degree. Let me just put
I
that
went
out
back.
there right
I
quick.
went
2
back.
Sundays ago, I just graduated from The Ohio State University with
Man.
my master's degree.
Yes.
I did
yes,
3
yes.
12-page papers
Thank
in
you.
a month and a half,
Thank
and I will
you.
never
You did 'em?
again. I did them myself. No chat GPT. I actually read those
That's
books
that
and wrote
they be
those
cheating
papers.
on
So
nowadays, huh? Doing
I'm
it.
very proud of that.
Good for
So
you.
I'm
You
not
should.
gonna
And
lie.
That's
we are-
impressive.
This is the shit I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
when you look at it and you said 2016, 8 years ago, do you still feel that same way now?
No, because once I said it, a lot of people came out and was like, "No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not." But at the time, I was a number 1 pick. I was injured all the time. I rarely played. Technically, if I'm looking at, and KD's just so great that when you look at it, I'm technically one of the biggest busts. But a lot of people
No,
came
you're
out and
not,
said when I
man.
played,
What you mean
I was
technically?
okay. But
See, I'm with
You-
you, D, on that. I
what
don't
do you
think
mean
I don't think you're being
technically? No.
like I understand why you would say something like that, but I don't understand. To me, busts are guys that just didn't go out and play it to their ability. You just
Man,
had a
listen,
chance.
I'm
to
gonna
play
just say this right now. I ain't trying to throw no shot at nobody. Who was that Cleveland drafted
Bennett.
from Bennett?
Anthony,
Bus. It's a difference.
We're gonna have him on the podcast next week.
It's a difference. You were injured. You were injured. Injuries derailed your career.
100% having him on our podcast next
Injuries
week.
derailed your career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that's out of your control. It had nothing to do with you finding a good spot. Had nothing to do with you growing as a basketball player. Had nothing with you maturing. Had nothing to do with you making mistakes off the basketball court. Had nothing to do with you improving your game. It had nothing to do with you being your best version. It had nothing to do with you doing being uncoachable. It had nothing to do with any of that. It had to do with something that was out of your control, and it was an injury. I can't agree with that. You were a bust.
Well,
Not even technically, not no kind of way. Not no.
Well, I mean, it was said 8 years ago, fellas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get it, you know, and you know the way I'm maturing, I understand that, and I look at it like that. But you know,
You're an inspiration, dog.
I'll take that.
Because a lot of motherfuckers will fall off and you'll never see them again, never hear from them again. To go back to get your degree,
Coaching.
And
to
my
start from the
master's
bottom
degree,
as a grad
Master's.
assistant,
Hey, a
after
master's
the career
degree.
you had, to start from the bottom as a manager.
As a
Man,
manager,
come
is
on,
nuts.
man, I
That's
just
man.
look at
That's
it.
man. That's grown man, shit, dog.
I look at it like that, man. You got to learn everything to get where you want to go. Like, you got to learn the bottom level. You got to learn the middle level. You got to connect with everybody. That's why when I walked in here, I wanted to say hi to everybody that was in this room.
Yeah.
Just little things like that a lot of these kids don't know that you need to do.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah,
to be
you're
respectful.
right.
You need to learn every part of what you're trying to do to be up there. If you want to be a coach, learn what the managers are doing. You're going to have to be an assistant coach to be a good head coach, you know?